And I think that this word in particular is very much responsible for loads of purchases, especially panic buying. It's going to be discontinued, which means it's going to be scarce, and so therefore if it's scarce and you have it, then it makes you feel special. New every day, something new comes out that makes the last thing look old. Next time you hear something is going to be discontinued, breathe out before you make that purchase. My people, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing my face, then salutations. My name is Priscilla, aka Prissy, aka Sissy, aka Ila, aka Silla, aka Miss Prissy baby. And I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. So if that's something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing, like this video, and let's get right into the video of today. So in today's video, I will be talking about popular taglines that you should just be mindful of when you're fragrance shopping. Now, the last video I did where I talked about fragrance shopping mistakes was well received by you guys. Thank you so much for all the love I received on that video, and I thought I'll do a follow-up. Now, basically, I don't really know what to title this video, but I'm just going to be talking about taglines of famous words that people use that you should just be mindful of. Take 2.5 seconds when you hear these words before you're triggered to buy perfumes or to buy anything really, but this really pertains to perfumes. Now, how I came about this list was I had to look at the things that I immediately hear that make me think, put that perfume in your cart, or I need to buy that, I need to get that. And I just thought I'll compile this list. There might be more words than I will mention on this list, so please feel free to put those in the comment section down below. But these are the words I've been able to come up with that have triggered me to purchase things in the past. And now when I hear these words, I just think about it again before I make any purchase. Now, if you want to know what these words are, don't worry, it's nothing too... But if you want to know what these words are, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, the first word, I will start off easy. And this one I think can apply to every sector. Is YOLO. Now, YOLO means you only live once. You hear people say life is too short, and automatically that triggers you. Like, you want to purchase something that you probably do not, let me say you don't want to buy on a whim, or you don't just want to, you've not planned for, let's put it that way simply. And then the next thing you hear, YOLO, you only live once, or life is too short, and suddenly you feel the urge to make this purchase rather than just think about it again. The next time you hear you only live once, whilst that is true, I suggest just taking 2.5 seconds to think about that purchase again. Do you really need it at that time? You know, making that decision now, how is it going to impact on your finances in the long term? When that item arrives, do you really like it? Is it something you really love? Just think about it the next time you hear YOLO, because as much as YOLO is true, YOLO is not necessarily the right inspiration or trigger to make purchases every time. Because as much as you only live once and life is too short, whilst life is short, you don't want to spend it, you know, in debt, or you know, or just buying things that you don't really love. Now, the next word is hype. So many things are hyped up these days. So many things are in trend, and most times when things are hyped, they go line in line with being trendy. So whatever is in the trend is what is hyped. Just make sure that whatever is being hyped you actually do like, and it's something that would last long. So whether that be fragrance, just ensure that whatever this hyped up fragrance is, everyone is taking a photo of, whatever the luxury item is, that it is something you like, you know, whether it means that you have to sample that fragrance, or you just have to watch a lot of reviews about that fragrance, or you need to check the notes, or just check that it is something you like. Because as much as it's hyped, you know, the hype wears off. Every day something new comes out that makes the last thing look old. So just ensure that it's something you like. I will suggest going for more classic things, more classic perfumes. You know, every day flankers, new versions of perfumes are released, and sometimes the flanker is not even so far off from the original. So why not just buy the original and, you know, be happy with it? You don't have to have 5 flankers of the same perfume because that's what's trendy, because that's the 2021 release version or the 2020 release version. Find what works for you, be content with it, get it and enjoy it. And if you want to, you know, revamp your perfume, there are so many ways to revamp your fragrance by layering it with something else that will give it a new life or a new smell, you know. So yeah, just be mindful of the hype. I forgot to put out a disclaimer, by the way.
This is not me judging anybody. This is not me trying to tell you what to do. This is just, yeah, my 2 cents. Let's just say it's my 2 cents.
I move on. The next word is discontinued. And this one, I think that this word in particular is very much responsible for loads of purchases, especially panic buying. People are most times not really making these purchases because they plan to or they want to, but because there's suddenly this time pressure because this item is going to be discontinued, and then therefore there's a sense of wanting to buy it immediately or wanting to own it because you think it's going to be discontinued, which means it's going to be scarce. And so therefore, if it's scarce and you have it, then it makes you feel special. But do you really like it? I'll give you an example. Rouge Malachite was going to be discontinued and I was tempted to purchase it because it was going to be discontinued. But in the real sense of things, I do not like tuberose, and Rouge Malachite is a tuberose fragrance. So if I was buying that fragrance, I would only have been buying it purely because it was going to be discontinued, not necessarily because it's a fragrance that I like or a fragrance that has notes that I love. So just be mindful. Now, if there's something that's going to be discontinued that is probably I would say like your signature scent, or like it's one of the building blocks of your wardrobe, then by all means go ahead and purchase it because it is going to be discontinued. But what I am saying is, a perfume being discontinued or an item being discontinued should not be the sole reason for you purchasing it. However, it is one of the triggers for purchasing items that you should just be mindful of. So next time you hear something is going to be discontinued, breathe out before you make that purchase. I move on. Now the next word is a word that I picked up over this summer. It might not be so relevant anymore during the winter or autumn, or maybe there'll be a new word to substitute it in the winter and autumn months, but it is hot girl summer. This summer it was hot girl summer. If you're not hot girl summering, then I don't know where you were, if you were under a rock. I even did a hot girl summer perfume, you know, suggestion video. However, it doesn't mean that you need to buy all the perfumes on my hot girl summer list, because all those perfumes mixed together is not going to make you a hot girl, you know, hot girl during the summer. So all of those perfumes mixed together is not necessarily going to make you a hot girl. So 1 or 2 of those fragrances on such list, fine. So the next time you watch a hot girl summer winter cozy fragrance video, just be very mindful that it's not triggering you to make purchases that you do not want to make. The last word I will be talking about today is haul. I think that's the pronunciation, H-A-U-L. There are loads of haul videos, and sometimes it could make you tempted to want to haul as well. Please be mindful. Loads of fragrance reviewers are going to haul perfumes because that is what they do. That's their job. It's like a job. So they basically buy perfumes to review, to talk about for you. Does not necessarily mean that you need to haul perfumes. If you've been on a no buy and obviously it's time for you to make those purchases you love, by all means go ahead. But hauling so many perfumes and not necessarily spending time or wearing these perfumes, I don't know. Just make sure you're buying perfumes you love. Anyway, anyways guys, that is it. I just wanted to draw your attention to some of these words that might be triggering you to make purchases, like haul, like discontinued, like YOLO, and there might be so many other words that I have not mentioned on this list today. FOMO as well, which is the fear of missing out. So next time you hear any of these words, just take 2.5 seconds, do your dynamic risk assessment before you make purchases. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's helped you in some way, shape or form. Now go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Guys, you need to like, you need to share, you need to subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, look forward to seeing you again in my next. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi and bye.